everyone, and happy Tuesday. So, again, I hope you're having a great Tuesday so far. And good thing you only have one more week left of instruction after this week. So, that's exciting. Um, so, Today, for today's lesson, we're going to continue learning about the Romantic period. All right? So, not to be confused with Valentine's and romance novels, etc., as we covered in the presentation yesterday. Looking at Unit 4 of the text, we're going to read The Flowering of Romanticism, 1798 through 1832. You're going to read it for additional information on this time period, but you're going to pay particular attention to the timeline on pages 764 and 765 because this will assist you with answering the questions titled Making Connections in the Google document in which you're going to submit as your assignment. Okay? So let me show you where these items are. So first, you're going to look at Unit 4 of the text, Flowering of Romanticism. And here it is. So you'll read through it so that when and if we have a little test on it, you're fully updated on the information and can be able to answer any questions related to it with fidelity, right? So here we are. Here's the timeline. So connecting literature, history, and culture, because you want to be able to connect those. Literature has its base in the culture and the history, okay, of the time and the people that are writing it, right? So use this timeline and the questions, which are in your Making Connections questions document, on the next page and page to gain insight into how Britain's Romantic period reflected what was happening in other parts of the world. So we know that no culture is an island, right? No, just like people are not isolated from everybody else, right? We're not an island. So what we do influences those around us, okay? So the Romantic period had a effect on people in other parts of the world. Okay, so with that being said, then you're going to look at the questions here because that timeline starts on page 764 and goes to 765. These are the questions here, but they're also in the Word document that I have created for you, okay? Which is where you're going to put your answers to the questions as well, all right? So Making connections. What authors outside Britain were writing during the Romantic period? So, not in Britain, outside of it. Which incidents show Napoleon's influence on world events? Which developments show positive and negative effects of the Industrial Revolution? And which details suggest oppression in Britain? And which show eventual reform? Okay, so we know that oppression is the state of being under tyranny from a power that may be in authority. So with that, we did discuss different workers, etc., and then look at those events or details and then show which ones show eventual reform. So how did things change as a result of that oppression? So when you look here, just for that first question, what authors outside Britain were writing during the Romantic period? Well, we can kind of scroll down, and there was one that caught my eye here in 1820, and it was Russian Romantic poet Alexander Pushkin publishes the verse poem Russian and Ludmilla. So make sure you're reading through the timeline so that you can actually see the flow of the timeline and where some of these answer choices might be, for your question and the events, all right, that may have taken place. And again, in order to answer your questions, all right, don't forget, put your answers here and then just submit, okay? So there's the text and the document in order to create or write your answers. All right. So good luck. Happy Tuesday. And I will be talking to you as we continue in our countdown with the flowering of Romanticism. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. See ya.